Hello, everybody. I'm Kelly, the Mystic Next Door. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I hope you enjoy what you find and consider subscribing. And thanks for all my return visitors. I promised you a dowsing rod session to continue the theme on some of the battleground states in the US in the House of Representatives. Um, and so I looked up some of the closer races, and I know there are many, 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 but I can't get to all of them. I wanted to just do a few key ones in the battleground states where it's a toss-up or really close, so that we could see what what the energy of today is. Now, it doesn't mean that this is exactly what will happen, but this is how the energy is today. Something could happen along the way and things can change. I also, last week I did the Senate races, and so be sure to go ahead and take a look at those if you'd like. And if there are other people that you'd like me to take a look at, please go ahead and put it in the comments below after this video. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the state of Pennsylvania. And so again, I'm recording this on October 3rd. Who knows? We could have, an asteroid hit the Earth. Lord knows there are stranger things happening in this world. And this could change. But we're going to go ahead and start, and I'm going to show you how my dowsing rods work. So I simply ask the question. I'm going to slide back a little bit so you have a better view. Okay. So I'm saying to my spirit guides, please show me yes. And they just went right into a cross. And we'll go back to the center. Show me no. That's my no. Okay. So pretty cool. All right, so Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania 10. This is a district that leans red. It currently is, the incumbent is Scott Perry, who's a Republican, and he's running against Democrat Janelle Stetson. So I will ask the question, will Scott Perry retain his seat? That was a yes. Yeah. Okay, so Scott Perry will retain his seat. Will it be a close race? Look how the points are coming together. That's like close, close but no cigar. Okay, I asked that question because it kind of hesitated in the beginning, and then it went into a yes. Okay, Pennsylvania 7, again, a toss-up. This one is a toss-up. Susan Wild is a Democrat. She is the incumbent. She's running against Republican Ryan McKenzie. So I will always ask about the incumbent first, if there is one. Will Susan Wild retain her seat in Pennsylvania 7? Okay, that's a yes. It was a reluctant yes, too. And again, as I said, that was a toss-up. So do you see how it took a moment? So there may be some recounts, or it might just be so close. Okay, I hope you can see these. All right. Pennsylvania 8. Again, this is a toss-up. It's held by Matt Cartwright, Democrat. He's running against Robert Bresnahan, Republican. Okay, will Matt Cartwright retain his seat in the House of Representatives? Do you see that? Again, it hesitated. So this is a toss-up race, of course, so that probably means that it's going to be right down to the wire. But it does look today like Matt Cartwright will keep his seat. Okay. Let's see. We will move on to the state of Wisconsin, another battleground state. The first one is, I don't know which district it is, Brian Stell, Republican, versus Peter Barca, Democrat. Will Brian Stell win the race? Okay, so the Republican incumbent will win the race, according to the Dowsing rods. Next, again, I didn't write down the district, but the next one is Derek Van Orden, Republican. He is the incumbent, and he is running against Rebecca Cook. Will Derek Van Orden hold his seat in Wisconsin? Okay, here's a seat flipping. Okay, interesting. So we'll mark that. Rebecca Cook right now is favored to win. Okay, we'll move on to Michigan. Michigan 7. Michigan District 7. So there's no incumbent here because Representative Alyssa Slotkin is leaving her spot to run for the Senate. So our candidates are Curtis Hertel, Democrat, and Tom Barrett, Republican. Okay, will Curtis Hertel, that one was a no hesitation, right? So excuse me, Alyssa Slotkin is a Democrat. She's vacating the seat, and it kind of makes sense that it would be replaced by another Democrat. So Curtis Hertel. Okay, thank you. Thank you, guides. Michigan 8, again, no incumbent. Who I don't know who was in this place before. It may have been Debbie Stabenow. Yeah, could be. Michigan 8. So the Democrat is Kristen McDonald Rivet. Republican is Paul Jung. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, not sure. Will Kristen McDonald Rivet win the Michigan 8? Okay, that was a yes. That one felt like it's a little closer, though. There was a little wobble. So that race may be a little closer, but Kristen McDonald Rivet is favored to win. Michigan 10. John James, Republican and incumbent, and Carl Marlinga, Democrat. So will John James win the Senate seat? Interesting. Another one flipping blue. Okay. Another seat flipping blue. I'm going to slide up my screen here so I can see. Okay. So that was to Carl Marlinga. Okay. Again, we will check these as we get closer to the race. Okay, excuse me. Now we're going to move on to North Carolina. I do feel like North Carolina could flip blue this time. I actually think the state is pretty 50-50. They do have a Democrat for the governor. Whenever I see Democrat for governor and the Congress in that state is Republican, it tells me that there has been a lot of gerrymandering, and North Carolina is known to have had a lot of tampering with their district lines, very, very prominently so, and they've had some court rulings on that, but they haven't really followed it very well. So anyway, we're going to go on to North Carolina, and this would be for North Carolina District 1. Don Davis, Democrat, he's the incumbent, versus Lori Buckhout, Republican. Will Don Davis hold his seat? Uh-oh. All right. Will Lori Buckhout take North Carolina 1? Well, that was odd. Let's check it again. Okay. I wonder if something's going to happen before we get to election day. Excuse me. All right, check it again. Don Davis. Will Don Davis win North Carolina 1? Okay. Did you see how wildly the rods were swinging. I just feel like there's something funny going on in that race, right? And so the energy really gets picked up in the rods. But it does look like Don Davis will win. Will Lori Buckhout win the race? Okay. And so that was a no. And so I did have to double check it, but it looks like the first time the rods were confused. Okay. Sorry about the cough. Um, Now we go on to North Carolina 13, where there's no incumbent. So whoever was in that spot is stepping down. The Democrat is Frank Pierce, and the Republican is Brad Knott. So I will ask, will Frank Pierce take North Carolina 13? Will Frank Pierce take North Carolina 13? Hmm. I think they're saying ask again later. Frank Pierce. Will Frank Pierce win the seat of North Carolina 13? It's unusual. They're just sort of sitting there. And Brad Knott. Will Brad Knott? Okay, well, it's giving me a yes on Brad Knott. All right, let's go back and check that again because that was odd. Will Frank Pierce win the race with Brad Knott? That's a no. Okay. So interesting. All right, we're going to watch that one. Right now it's Brad Knott, but again, it was kind of a funny result in the beginning. And when that happens, I feel like the energy's not settled on it yet. Now we're going to go on to North Carolina 14. No incumbent in this one either. Pam Gannett, um, Democrat, and Tim Moore, Republican. Will Pam, Pam Gannett win North Carolina 14? Yes. Sorry, I'll lean back so you can see. Yep, that was a yes. Not an enthusiastic yes, but it's definitely tips crossed. Okay. Will Tim Moore win North Carolina 14? No. Okay. So we'll give that one to Pam Gannett. Arizona now. Arizona 1. David Schweikert, Republican. I believe he is the incumbent, versus Amish Shah, Democrat. Okay. Will David Schweikert keep his seat? No, no. Look at that. All right. Will Amish Shah win Arizona 1? Yes. Okay. They crossed. All right. So that was Amish Shah. Arizona 6. And this is the last one for the House of Representatives that I'm going to check on today. Well, Arizona 6, the incumbent is Juan Ciscomani, and he's a Republican, and he's running against Democrat Kirsten Engel. Okay. Will Juan Ciscomani keep his Senate seat in Arizona 6? I'm sorry. I said Senate. Let me replace that. I think may have said that before too, so I apologize. Will Juan Ciscomani win the House of Representatives seat and keep his seat in Arizona 6? Okay, it was a no again. The rods knew what I was saying. Will Kristen Engel win the Arizona 6? Whoop, that was a decisive yes. Okay. Well, you heard it here, folks. We'll check in when we get closer to the election. Excuse me. I have a couple others that I'm going to check on. Oh, okay. Debbie Stabenow is a senator, so I'm just seeing that now. I have a couple of Senate races that I missed the last time that I want to check on, and I just wanted to verify Yeah. Okay. Um, I want to check on in California. Adam Schiff, Democrat, is running for the Senate seat in, I think he's running for Dianne Feinstein's seat. She passed away recently. He is favored. He's running against former baseball player Steve Garvey, who's the Republican. Okay, so will Adam Schiff win the Senate seat in California? Yep. Sorry, I'll cross my tips clip. There we go. Yes, you can see. Okay. Um, and I hope you can see. I'm not moving my hands. I'm just letting the energy. If I raise my hands up, it's just so that you can see. All right. Oh, in Missouri, Josh Hawley, who so many love, so many people love to hate because he was the guy egging on the rioters at the Capitol building and then running through the halls away from them. Little weasel. Okay, Josh Hawley, Republican, versus Lucas Kuntz, Democrat. They've been in the news a bit too because Hawley's been kind of stalking and trolling Lucas Kuntz at state fairs and things like that. So anyway, will Josh Hawley keep his Senate seat? It appears that Josh Hawley will keep his Senate seat. The weasel will keep his seat. See, I shouldn't say that. Um, okay, Tennessee. Here's another one that's kind of notorious. She's also expected to win. Marsha Blackburn, Republican. She's running against Gloria Johnson, Democrat. Gloria was one of the ladies who supported, she was one of the Tennessee Three who supported those two gentlemen who were being really ridiculed by the leadership in the Tennessee State House. Okay, so will Marsha Blackburn keep her Senate seat? Oh my goodness. Look at that. It's slowly saying no. Okay, so I guess Gloria is giving her a run for her money. Gloria Johnson, will Gloria Johnson win the Tennessee Senate seat? Yeah. All right. Lots of hesitation with this one too. So again, I always interpret that as that the race is really close and it's going to come right down to the wire. So anybody in Tennessee out there, be sure to to vote. Okay. And as I said before, if there are any other races that you want me to read on from your area, please put them in the comments below. Um, have a great night. I hope to see everybody soon on one of my lives, and we'll